Good afternoon, students. Today we are going to learn about some basic features of Python. Like in the last classes, we have learned what is variable, how to get user input, how to print the data, and one more thing which we have learned is if and else. Like if if means if something happens, what should we do? If something don't happens, what should we do? Right? So we have learned if else, print and input statement. Today in this class we shall do some more programs using print and your if else statement and input as well. Okay? So in this video, in the middle of the video there will be a question. You have to answer the question and you have to mark your attendance in the comment section. So without delay, let's move on to the computer screen. So let's start the class. So in this computer screen, today we are going to learn about a new program. In this program, we are going to take the user's name and then we are going to ask the user about his age. We shall take another person and his age as well. Now we shall compare who is elder. Okay? Then we suppose we have two students, one is Doipar and another one is Pronit. So who is elder? We have to find out. Let's write the program. First of all, we have to take the name. So your name is a string, right? So take name 1, give equals. So I have made the variable called name. Now name 1 equals to input. Why not int? We shall not write int because your name is not an integer value. Your name is a string value, and by default input gives you a string value. Input, then enter the first name, then name 2. In the variable name 2, we shall write the second person's name. Let's again take the name from the user. Second name. Now once we have taken both the names, the first name and the second name, now we have to take the user's age, like age 1. Now here is your question. So age is an integer or string? You have to tell me. Age is an integer or a string? Write it down in the comment section. The answer is age will be an integer. That's why we have written int at the beginning. First age, and then again let's take age 2 equals int input, give brackets, quotation, enter second age. Okay, enter first age, enter second age. So we have taken both the user's name and both of their age. Let's check who is elder. There can be 3 possibilities can be there, right? First one is, suppose I have 2 names, Ankon and Spondon. Ankon is elder than Spondon. Ankon's age is equal to Spondon, and Ankon is Ankon's age is less than Spondon. Right? There can be 3 cases only. Apart from these 3, there can be no cases. So let's try to define all of those cases. If age 1 greater than age 2, if age 1 is greater than age 2, then print so age 1 means the name which I have given in the name 1. Here this person is elder, right? Right? So as age 1 is greater than age 2, that means the person's whose age is that person is greater than elder than this person. Now here we shall not write else, because if we are writing else, that means if that person's age is equal, then also we are telling that that person is second person is bigger than the first person. So that is not the case, right? So here we have to mention a separate statement, that is elif. Elif means else if that don't happens, let's check another condition. So we don't use if, we use if, elif, then else. If we have multiple conditions to be checked, then we shall write in between multiple elif statements. Okay, and the last statement will be else. Means suppose if you get 100 out of 100, then you are passed. If you are getting 60 out of 100, then also you are passed. If you are getting 50 out of 100, then also you are passed. But if you are not fulfilling those criteria, then you are failed. So default condition is fail. That's why always else part don't requires any kind of condition. So here in elif we shall write our condition, age 2 equal age 1. So we shall print both age is same. If one person is not big, if the first person is here I have written wrong. This should be age 1. If the first person is not bigger than second person, if the first person is not equal to second person, then the second person is bigger than the first person. That is for sure. So write else and print f name 2 is one. Okay, now let's try to run the code. First name is Doipar, next name is suppose Rudrashish, enter. First age, suppose Doipan is of 5 years and Rudrashish is also of 5 years. Both Doipan and Rudrashish's age is same, so my program is able to detect they are of same age. Let's rerun the code from there. So now here I am again typing Ankon and second name maybe Rudro. Ankon is of 25 years, Rudra is of 18 years. Let's hit the enter. Ankon is elder than Rudra, right? So your code is able to identify who is bigger, who is smaller, and whose age is totally equal. So it is able to identify those things. So now your question is, if I want to add a new condition in between here, I should I use the if statement or elif statement? Write it down in the comment section. Okay, so your answer is elif statement. If you want to add a new statement there, then you have to use new condition. Suppose elif, if both are equal. Suppose here I want to add a new condition, so here I have to use the elif statement. So this structure is known as if elif. Then how many times you need another statements, you will write that many times elif and then else. So if elif 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 then else. Okay, so the basic difference between using elif and if is, suppose you have 100 conditions and in the first condition itself it is satisfying the condition. So the case will be, if you use 100 times if, it will check 100 times. So it will consume your 100 units of 100 unit time. But if you use if elif statement, suppose in the first case it is not satisfying, in the second case it is not satisfying, in the third case it is satisfying the elif. So your program execution will stop there. So it will consume only 3 units of time. So if elif statement saves your time, whereas if statement consumes more time. So this is all for today. In the next class, I will give you to write a similar kind of program in the computer lab. So prepare the program very well. So I am pausing the video over here so that you can take a snapshot of the video and write it down in your copy. Okay, thank you class. Meet you on the next offline class.